As many of you guys know, the Superior Spider-Man is here. Yes, the Superior Spider-Man, with definitely not a mouthful to say, is in Marvel Snap officially as one of the new cards, and he is pretty awesome. His ability is pretty superior, if I may say. At the start of each turn, you get +1 energy if you have any card with increased power in play. That means any card with green on it. You know, green indicates increased power, red indicates decreased power. So what happens is you want to do like a potential buff deck, if you will. Like the hunger from zombies. Zombies are a perfect example because if you don't have a horde, you get a horde and that horde gets +3. Well, hordes are 0, 0 by default. So even if you give a horde +1, it gets a green number. So that means that that Superior Spider-Man activates in that case, okay? There's a few other examples. There's a weird thing with zombie sentry. Sometimes doesn't always make a horde like they're supposed to. Either that or they do and it's invisible. But yeah, anyway, we also have cards like Viv Vision to help out with potentially increasing the power of cards in our hand. Jennifer, Kale, and Sarah, just in case, you know, they either get rid of Superior Spider-Man's effect or just get rid of him altogether. Until for sometimes we can throw down the Sarah, so we don't have to worry about it. And technically, the Superior Spider-Man is sort of what is it called? Counter, or not rather counter, an answer to Mobius, because Mobius works on Sarah, but Mobius does not work on the Superior Spider-Man, because the Superior Spider-Man isn't reducing the cost of any cuts. He's giving you +1 energy if you have any cards with increased power in play. So your basic buff deck, he's actually very good for, which is interesting in its own because Spider-Man tend to go, all the Spider-Men tend to be move-oriented in a lot of ways. But yeah, you know what? I digress. Let's get into, hit the deck. Let's get into the gameplay, shall we? Okay, we got a pretty good hand, I would say. Let's see if we can make the most of it or not. They are obviously using a specific deck, one that we are not privy to at the moment. Okay, we're kind of privy to it. We know they're most likely using Wiccan because they're playing Domino and Speed. That's literally Wiccan. So yeah, I don't know what to say. That's entirely 100% Wiccan. Okay, we're gonna play this here, and this here, and this here. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay. Oh, I guess they didn't draw Wiccan. That's interesting, I guess. Okay, and since that happened, that would go off again, powering that up a little bit more. The vision will go in our hand. I don't think we need Jennifer right now, but wait, what activated this? Give your created. Oh, it does that activate as well. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that interaction was a real thing. Okay. Okay, so apparently we're not going to draw a card on turn 6, but I don't even think we care, if I'm being perfectly honest. I don't think we care about not drawing a card. They can Black Widow us all day long. We really don't care. Like, at all. Okay, I'll place it 4, so Magneto doesn't matter. Wait, they didn't Black Widow us? They literally could have. Why didn't they, guys? Why didn't they Black Widow us? I am very confused, if I'm being perfectly honest. I guess I'll move Jennifer here, and then play this here, activate this, then activate this. Yeah, I think that will work. I think that will work fine, guys. But I did know that interaction between Silver Surfer First Steps and, yeah. Crazy interaction, if I'm being honest. Giganto. Okay, well, they did win that location, so I guess, okay. I guess they thought we were going to move everything there, but if we would have moved Zombie Horde over there, we would have won that location anyway. So, yeah, we won. On to the next one. Can I just say, it seems like a pretty common theme with me. I don't seem to hardly ever draw the new card at all when I need to draw the new card. So, yeah, that's a bit annoying, if I'm being perfectly honest. We are going to play Jennifer here. So, could help, could not help. Okay, Maximus there, so we don't get to draw any card. That's an okay thing, I guess. I never really thought too much about it, if I'm being honest. Okay, I guess we'll play this here and then activate this. Yeah, I think that will be okay. Magic doesn't work on deep space because it disables the stuff. So, okay, I guess. Okay, we will go ahead and, I guess, play Sarah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play Sarah, but we're going to play Sarah here. Yeah. Okay. Juggernaut. That's actually very annoying. Okay, I guess. Doesn't really affect us as much as you'd think. It does affect us a little bit, but not that much. Not that much. Okay, we will play this, and play this. Yeah. That seems fine, I guess. Okay. That seems like an okay 10-5, right? Yeah. I think that's an okay 10-5. Okay, and we do create a zombie there, which, yeah, okay. More zombie, which, okay, what do we want to do? We want to play that there. That really doesn't help us much. I guess we could play this here and this here. I mean, we're kind of wasting the brute's power, but it should be fine in theory. Yeah, in theory it should be okay. I'm thinking that for the bot though, so because they did literally put everything into deep space, so they won that location. But they did play a juggernaut over here, so I'm very confused. I am very confused altogether. So, but you know what? On to the next one. Now, guys, I swear Superior Spider-Man is in this deck. Okay. He's just not very present at the moment. Unfortunately, I think he's at the bottom of my deck, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay. We are going to play this here, and then I guess maybe a Forge. I don't know. They played Adam Warlock there. Okay, we did get a Superior Spider-Man, so we are going to play Superior Spider-Man here in attempts to beat the whatever. Yeah, in attempt to beat the Adam Warlock. We're gonna do Superior Spider-Man. Okay. Vision will move to another location so she can win. That's usually how Vision works. And by usually, I mean that's exactly how Vision works. Okay, I guess we will play. Wait, it said at the end of the turn, right? End of turn. Okay. So we're going to play both of these here because we don't really mind if we lose this location. Not really. Okay. There we go. There's a zombie. Okay, so this is most likely, oh, wait, it shows that. That's interesting. It's interesting because it's fun. Okay, so we will play this here and this here. Yeah. Okay, that seems like a good idea, honestly. And then that powers up the Horde by quite a bit. Okay, that Uncle Ben, that Ant-Man, and that America Chavez. Okay. We did get an extra energy. Okay, that's perfectly fine, I guess. We can't play that there, unfortunately, or else we would. That's at -2 power, so that really doesn't seem to matter too much. Technically, this is just more power, if I'm being honest. Actually, no, it's not. I was wrong. Okay, we're gonna play this here and this here. I know what I'm doing, kind of. Okay. Okay. Yeah, kind of. 2, 4, 5, 6, 6, and 8. It's only 14. Okay. Okay, so our best bet is to do all of this. Okay. And enter. Really like how Surfer works with zombie Mr. Fantastic. I didn't even think that was a thing. Now, if they have Chi, they definitely won. Okay? They had Chi, they definitely won. Okay, that is not a Chi. So we win. Okay. That is, well, fantastic. So, yeah, I think this is very good, very working out very well. On to the next one. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a Beta Ray Bill deck, presumably. Not entirely sure though. I'll put Forge here just because. I mean, I might play Brood mid, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, it's definitely probably a Beta Ray build deck, because they're playing Surge, the Spider-Man. Now I guess we can play this on 10-3, then play Superior Spider-Man on 10-4, maybe? Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, Brood. All the Broods. Agony and Ravona, huh? Okay. Okay, we are definitely playing Superior Spider-Man mid, I guess. Yeah, Superior Spider-Man mid seems to work fine. Wait, Ravona not usually in the Beta Ray build deck, is it? So maybe the avatar is just throwing me off. Kid Omega and Sage. Okay. We still won. So that's fine, I suppose. Oh, okay. That's it good, actually. This, we can't do that. Okay, so playing this here will, okay, so, wait, we can do a bunch of stuff here. Okay, and then play this. Okay, that's perfectly fine with us on that thing. Okay, hunger goes there. And then we play Zombie Mr. Fantastic and Surfer. They do the whole Venom thing. Oh, are they planning to do like a Sage type thing? Okay, we need to draw Surfer, and we need Surfer now. Oh, okay. I didn't actually expect that to work, if I'm being honest. But it did. Okay. Well done. Well done. Okay, we will play this. And I did say we needed to draw Surfer. And I wasn't kidding. We do need Surfer. Okay. Okay, that did say +1 horde for every. Okay, so technically that's worth more points. And then we will activate this. Okay. Okay. The horde, the Surfer, and the zombie Mr. Fantastic. Okay. 16, 17. Okay, we still win. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay. Now, I am technically about to end the video here, but I do want to check something first, because I wasn't aware of her interaction with Zombie Mr. Fantastic. Okay, apparently I lack the reading capability, but you know what? Let's go to the collection and check her ability, shall we? Okay, so this says if you're winning this location with an unrevealed, this location with an unrevealed card, copy its text. Okay, it doesn't say copy its unrevealed text effect. It said copy its text. That explains its interaction with Mr. Fantastic, Zombie Mr. Fantastic, rather, because Zombie Mr. Fantastic is, I believe, the first unreveal that is also an activate. So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I don't know if they accounted for that interaction, or if they're going to potentially nerf that interaction in the future. I hope they don't, but they might. But I'll be honest, I really did not expect that interaction, but I don't hate that interaction at all. It's not a bug, it's not a glitch, it's technically doing what it says. It said copy its text, and it text includes an activate ability as well as an on reveal. So yeah, but sometimes companies are a bit iffy about the whole unintended effects, because Silver Surfer First Steps came out way before Zombie Mr. Fantastic. So yeah, we'll see what's happening with that. Okay, because you guys remember the whole Blob Mystique Rogue thing, right? Because Blob originally had the ongoing that card can't be moved, but then when Mystique and Rogue got changed to the way they were worded differently and their ability technically changed a little bit, it was a little bit enough for them to copy the Blob, because the Blob's whole text, because it was an ongoing and on reveal. So in the future, if you see that Silver Surfer doesn't interact with Silver Surfer First Steps, rather, doesn't interact with Zombie Mr. Fantastic the way it did in this video, that's entirely why. But with that said, I am going to end it off here. Hopefully you guys found it helpful, entertaining. Hopefully you guys do have Zombie Mr. Fantastic. If you guys don't, I feel like a good alternative for Zombie Mr. Fantastic might actually be Surge. Surge is probably the best alternative I can come up with. But now that we know Mr. Fantastic combos with Silver Surfer First Steps, that is an ideal interaction. But if you don't have either one, then you may as well add Surge. Unless you don't have Surge as well, then it gets a little bit trickier. I'll try to think of Zombie Mr. Fantastic and Surge substitute for you that get this far in the video and don't have either one, and comment below to let me know. So yeah, we'll see if I can come up with a substitution at all, that is. But yeah, I digress. I'm going to end it off here. I'll catch you guys in the future. Later.